All right, the news. Lagos is scaling up the state's economy with a reform targeted at generating 3,000 megawatts of power within the next few years. Governor Akinwumi Ambode, speaking at the 7th Annual Public Lecture of the Lagos State Public Service Chapter of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria, stressed the importance of the initiative in reducing the cost of doing business and improving the living condition of Lagosians. The ICANN president, Ismaila Zakari, who was represented, described Lagos as a state that is a typical example of sustainable development in Nigeria. So, back to you, Yomi.
All right, so we're still talking about the Montessori and why.
Yeah, we were talking about it before the break. So with my twin girls, they're quite popular on Instagram, by the way. Amber and Ruby, Mommy loves you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I know they're watching. They're watching right now. Yeah. So when it comes to that method, it's sort of determined by the child's age instead of the state of the classroom. So in other words, a child can actually acquire a skill before a certain age, right? And another child might not acquire that skill. So it's based on the skills of the child and where the child wants to be at that age that they sort of use to educate.
Why I had a problem with that initially, you know, I was having this discussion with my wife, and it was really about the fact that there was no structure. You know, just allow the kids to just roam and do what they like. And so
that's what they call learning through play.
Yeah, so I had a problem with that because if a child is naturally lazy, then it means you're just letting the child do what he likes. So if he says he wants to play with a football all day, long playing with a football,
what if the child
just
grew
leave
up
the child
to become
alone.
Ronaldo? You know, in the end, playing with the football was actually good for him at that age. So it's about finding out what naturally motivates that child. So in the end, why motivate the child into sciences when the child is really a sportsman in the making? Yeah.
All right, so we're still talking about kids, obviously. I mean, we've got a girl who's doing some amazing things. You know, she's in her teenage years, and you might want to call her a child prodigy because she's launched an app, she's doing so many things. Of course, we're going to take a look at a feature that talks about Tomisin, and then we'll come back and we'll have her right here.
2 years ago, Oluwatomisin Ogunubi was in the news for creating an application that helps Lagosians move around the state with ease and security. The 14-year-old is yet again in the news, and this time it's for academic excellence. She recently made 16 merit awards in her academics, and this is a feat that we are all proud of. I can't wait to meet the WizKid, and I hope you're excited as I am. Okay, so this is Oluwatomisin Ogunubi. She likes to be called Tomisin Ogunubi, and we're going to be finding out what makes you take your interests, your hobbies, and how come you got such good grades in school. Because I went through secondary school, and trust me, it takes a lot of work.
My name is Tomisin. I am 14 years old. I attend Vivian Fowler Memorial College, and I am going to SS1.
The application she created will always be a part of her story, but Tomisin already has her eyes set on another project.
What I'm working on presently is a site or a platform where teenagers can sell their products, to encourage entrepreneurship amongst them, basically.
I had an interesting time with her, and I got to learn something new. This activity is just one of her many hobbies.
I like to ride a bike. I like to play the piano. I like to sometimes watch some shows, basically. That's all. Apart from that, sometimes I may try and do some animation stuff on my laptop. Apart from that, that's basically what I do.
She makes me happy many times. When I'm bored, she brings something so that both of us can play. Sometimes she scares me and then we start to laugh. And also, when our friends come, we have a very fun time together.
At first glance, she may be like a regular teenager until you hear about her academic feats. Her merit awards as the best student in 16 subjects is no small thing.
I guess it felt good. Really felt good. It felt very achieving. Like I had achieved a lot.
I don't know whether it's not prideful to say we're used to it. I don't know. She's always been like that. It's always been that way for us. From kindergarten years, nursery level to primary school and then to secondary school. She's always been the Zenith Award recipient all through. So we sort of have gotten used to it, and maybe we'll hold her responsible to keep it at that top.
With such a performance, I certainly am tempted to ask how she does it.
I don't exactly like reading, but I read just for the sake of recapping. All I usually do to pass is to understand what I'm being taught. After that, reading is just the secondary aspect where I just have to go over what I already know.
With junior secondary school behind her, the WizKid is looking forward to sharpening her skills for global impact.
I want to change the views of the stereotypical views of people in this world. For example, different beliefs that they feel that some certain group of people can't do this, some certain group of people can't do that. So I want to be able to change that mentality and use my abilities, for example, ICT, to impact.
With her big dreams and exceptional mind, Tomisin Jasmine Ogunubi is definitely one to look out for.
So it's actually possible that we have the future African Mark Zuckerberg in the studio.
Yes, we do.
Apparently, she passed her junior WAEC in flying colors, and it's our pleasure to welcome the amazing Tomisin to the Wake Up Nigeria studio.
Hi, Tomisin.
Hello. Really, welcome. She's here with her mom.
Mrs. Ogunubi, you're welcome to Wake Up Nigeria.
Thank you. Good morning.
And thank you for bringing Tomisin.
All right, Tommy. So this is all about you. It's not about mommy. It's about you. We want to learn a little about you. So tell us what exactly the My Locator app is all about and what made you want to make one.
Well, it's a GPS tracking app that saves your current location and helps you use it for future references. So what made me to make the app? Well, I was basically testing out different things on the App Inventor, MIT App Inventor, and then I just decided to try out something, and then thinking of a GPS tracking app, it sounded like something that could be useful at some point, so I just decided to try it out, and then.
Has it been useful for you? Has it been useful?
Well, useful for me. Let's say in a way, but not. To be honest, not largely useful.
Not really.
Okay, so I'm curious to know how you were able to navigate the creation of the app itself? What were the things that you had to learn in order for you to be able to create an app?
I had to learn about App Inventor. It is not, well, generally like advanced coding. It's just block code. So it's not something that was very
difficult,
tactical. So it was easier for me to learn about the whole.
And quickly navigate and put everything together. Okay, excellent.
All right then.
Excellent.
So obviously you have to have fun since you're, how old are you?
14.
14? She's so young.
She's doing so many things already.
Honestly, I wonder what I was doing at 14. I think I was still reading novels. Yeah,
at
I was
14,
reading.
I'm trying to locate what year that was and what music was popular.
Yeah, but I know you have to have fun. What do you do for fun?
What do I do for fun? I'll go out with my friends sometimes.
Okay. Mom lets you out with your friends?
Yes,
she does?
She does.
All the time?
It's got to be trusted friends from school and in the neighborhood.
Okay. Yeah. What else? What else?
What else? If I'm not going out, then I spend a lot of time on my own at home, maybe watching movies or talking with my friends at the end of the day. Maybe riding my bicycle sometimes.
Okay, okay. So you do the normal things that kids do, right? But I'm thinking about, I saw you play the piano, right? How does that make you feel when you play?
How does that make me feel? It makes me feel more good. Because it's not like I'm like that good at piano, but then
I think you're very good. I think you're very good. What was it you were playing? What was it you were playing?
For Elise.
For
Elise.
For Elise.
For Elise. Okay, so you during the feature that we just watched, you were talking about a platform that you want to create that brings together teenagers. I mean, that is a tall vision. You know, so what are your plans? What do you want to do with this platform when you eventually create it?
What do I want to do? The whole point is for teenagers to be able to sell stuff that they make. So obviously I want to...
So just the teens that create something.
Because I know that there are many people my age or my age group that are creating different things, and they're like trying to use their own little way, using some social media platforms to like reach out to people to come by. So I was thinking that it would be easier than, like, it would be easier for them to have like a space for like themselves only, that they make stuff, they put it on it, people come to buy, and like they earn their own income from what they do.
Okay.
Wow. Amazing.
That is amazing. So you're interested in making young entrepreneurs,
yes,
right? In the online space. But I have to ask your mom, were you worried at any point in time that she was, you know, planning something for the online space? You know, there are a lot of parents that are always worried about online interaction with teenagers.
Well, you have to think about the balance. You do know that she's got so much inside of her. She's got a lot of potential she needs to. And you need to add value to the space where you're in. So it's a balancing act. Okay. She's not so allowed on the social media space. But we know that what she's trying to do with teenagers is something that's going to benefit a lot of people, including herself.
Okay.
And it's not so much like social media space like that. It's something controlled, as against, you know, what they do with, you know, some other. Yeah, so I think every time we just need to keep balancing, ensure she's growing as a young girl, at the same time trying to live her dreams.
And you must be very proud of your daughter and her achievements.
Yes,
in the future, you were saying, oh wow, you're almost getting used to it, but it's still something to be very thankful for.
Yes, I believe so. Yeah, when you think about it, you know, you get used to it sometimes. All
right. So, do you have any scholarships in mind? Which school would you like to go to? University, college.
What school would I like to? I was thinking I would like to go to MIT. I would like to go to Oxford.
MIT or Oxford.
Excellent.
And that is doable.
Excellent choices.
That is very doable. Really, congratulations once again on all the awards. and the whole package. And we would love to hear from you when your next platform actually comes out.
I'm curious to know, though, I mean, before we end, you talk about, during the feature, you were talking about, well, you try to understand what is being taught in class. And so when you read, it's not in the length of time that you spend reading, but just to understand what it is and remind yourself. So how about people who would take a longer time to read? Maybe they don't assimilate as quickly as you do. What kind of advice would you give to maybe younger people, 8-year-old, 9 years old, 10 years old that are coming up, and you want to advise them to be able to assimilate things very quickly the way you do?
Well, actually, to be honest, people have different ways of understanding, and I can't say that. I don't think there's any way that I can get people that naturally will not be able to assimilate things quickly to do that. But the whole point is that you find like what you're best at, find where like you can easily learn stuff, if it's in reading, if it's in like visual representation of what you're taught, and then you use that to achieving what you want to achieve. That's
okay.
Wow. Okay.
All right.
So visual, doing something visually, and then connecting.
It depends on their person.
On the person.
Wow.
All right then.
Excellent.
So, if you could be friends with one person, outside the country, in the country, who would that be?
If I could be friends with
one person, if there's someone you could meet, who would it be? Who would you like to meet?
I'd like to meet.
It could be a star, could be a celebrity. Who? No one in mind?
No.
All right, we'll let you think about that one. You can always tweet at us, or rather tweet to us at TVC Connect and tell us. And maybe we could tag the person and get the person to reply you. You never know.
All right. Thank you so much, Tomi, for coming here to talk to us, and also Mrs. Ogunwubi as well. I'm sure that you are proud of what you're doing, and we look forward to seeing more inventions from you. Okay, so let's see what's happening in the kitchen with MM and Nkem.
That's a very good question.
What's going on, people?
Yes, it's getting really busy over here. A little messy, of course. You'd expect that when you have kids around. Okay, so Toby has been making us some porcupines.
Oh, wow.
Amazing. From apples and grapes.
Oh, wow.
And fruit skewers. You'd be amazed at what kids can make. Okay, so Kitan is going to take us through how he actually made this. So Kitan, so what are you doing right now? Tell us.
Making fruit skewer.
Fruit skewer. Okay, so what fruits are you using?
Grapes.
Grapes.
Strawberry.
Strawberry.
Banana.
Bananas. Grapes.
Strawberry.
Strawberry. Bananas. Fantastic. Okay, so out of all of these fruits, which do you like the most? Bananas and strawberries. Oh, so you could actually have this with yogurts.
You can have it with yogurt.
Ice cream.
Not ice cream, that's too much.
That's too much sugar. Oh, okay.
Yogurt is excellent, or cereal.
Or cereal.
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so Toby as well. We're not going to leave Toby out of this discussion because Toby has been making some really cute animal turtles. So Toby, you want to take us through how you made this? How did you make this animal turtle?
What fruits are you using, honey?
Apple and grapes.
Apples and grapes. Okay, so you want to take us through teach us how you made it. I want to learn.
Do you want to show Auntie? Should I give you another apple so you can show her? Apple in half, then what do? You need some
toothpicks.
So show Auntie how you did it, okay? So show her. What do you do next?
So these are fun, easy ways to keep kids engaged in the kitchen. Please ensure that there are no sharp objects around when you have kids in the kitchen, and it's make sure it's children friendly.
Yes.
No sharp objects, nothing that's going to be hazardous to kids. Make sure you take them out of harm's way generally. So use plastic knives. We have some plastic knives here you could use. Yeah. You could find them in the markets. They're very easy to find. So Toby is about to make turtles. and he's about to take us through how he made it. So like we said earlier, we have grapes, green and red grapes. I'm so sure you've noticed some of those here. Bananas, apples, blueberries. Ooh, I love blueberries. They're very healthy for kids as well. Yes.
This breakfast that people are making this morning, you cannot feel a grown man. I'm just saying.
Well, they're kid-friendly.
Okay, kid-friendly things.
Yes, and it's important to stay away from, not every time sugar, not every time you got ice cream. One ice cream, sometimes fruits.
Okay.
Fruits are healthy. They're vegetables, you know. And Nkem as well said she'll be incorporating pancakes into
pancakes.
Okay, today. Yeah,
nice,
so
nice.
she's going to take us through how she's going to work that.
Okay.
On the contrary, Yomi, fruit is actually quite filling.
That's if you eat 10 apples.
Why 10 apples?
No,
if you're eating a combination of fruit, you'll be surprised how full you'll get. Yeah.
It's a good source of carbohydrates, fiber, and sugar, even the good kind of sugar.
Right.
And I also think this is one way to introduce fruits to kids.
You people are just trying to oppress me with all this
English
that you're speaking.
It's not English.
So it's just true. These are funny. These are really lovely ways to keep them, attractive. And baby, come and take it. Like no, you just, they look good. Don't they look good? Doesn't this look good? I mean, look at this.
All right. Thank you so much, Tomi and Mrs. Ogunubi.
Thank you so much
for coming.
All right.
And we'll be taking a feature immediately. There's a child star who's here.
Oh, wow.
A musician. He's a fantastic guy. And you want to take a look at him. His name is Ozzy Bosco. And he'll be performing. They're standing by. They'll be doing a performance right after this.
You have to go through education so you can be like me, because to be a superstar it's not by going on the street and just saying I'm a superstar. Radio, see myself on the video, hear myself on the radio, see myself on the video. Fly so high like Superman, I fly so high like Spider-Man.
Hi, Mr. Ozzy. How you doing? How you doing, mommy? So you must be his chief supporter, his #1 fan.
Yes and no.
Yes and no.
That man there, God, is the chief supporter, and I'm of course assisting him. Yes.
Yes, but you're the #1 fan, sir.
Yes.
Excellent.
Of course, it has to be so.
Yeah. So tell us, how did you discover that your son had this talent and you began to push him in this direction?
You won't believe it. As far back as when he was 3 months old.
Wow.
We actually recorded it, and it's still there till today. You know, we used to have this song. Well, I love music myself, so definitely before we go to bed, then we gather in my room. We call my room a mini, studio.
Yes.
And we dance. Then it used to be P Square. Sorry. And we dance, we jive, and of course you can see the difference between what he's doing, this swag, and the other kids. So when
mommy saying swag, hey.
I've been in this game now with him for quite some
for
time,
a while,
so I've got to borrow their language.
Yeah.
Anyway, when he was about 3 months old, we saw on television one evening an advert that says, you want your school or your kids to, take part in, Kids Got Talent competition. Go and buy a form 5,000 and all of that. And we ignored it. A few days after, we saw the same advert on telly. I said, go buy a form for this kid. He doesn't have a song. He has never been on stage. He has never sang before. And believe you me, when he got to Museum Center, Kids Got Talent, he took the place by storm.
Wow.
The whole media, everybody. Everybody there, all the media people besieged my home.
Wow.
You know, and said this boy, and guess what? He was just 4 years old, and the competition was meant for between 4 and 15, and he took the day and won.
Oh, wow.
He was something else. He was so tiny. So,
wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, Ozzy, what are you going to be doing for us this morning?
Well, I'm going to sing my latest song and
your latest hit single. You're also going to dance.
Yes.
All right.
What's
So
the title?
let's. What's the title of the song?
Chineke Maria.
Okay, excellent. So we're going to step back, and Ozzy here is going to take it away.
I dey walk every day. I dey walk every day. I dey pray every day. I dey pray every day. Happiness day, money day.
hello, parents. The only reason I am here, by the grace of God, I happen to be Asa Pascal's mom. The only reason I'm here is just say a few words to you, parents and guardians. Please look inwards in your homes. You will discover talented, multi-talented children in your homes. The problem we have here is because we always say to them, go and read your books. Reading books, very important, very, very important. I mean, don't neglect that. But on top of that, you should discover what natural talent your child has and be there, support them, mentor them. Look at these little, kids here, and they're boys. The mom is already grooming them. That's not more than 2 years old. Grooming them on how to work and cook food. Because whatever you teach them to do today may be what we put food on their table when they grow up. The country is digressing. The world is digressing into, to something different where we don't have to rely only on certificate to be able to put food on the tables. To be able to put food on the table. The world is digressing into something different, where we don't have to wait for that paper, parade the street with that paper, before he gets gainfully, employed.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for having me here today.
Thank you very much, Ma. It's about time for Ozzy to take the stage. Show us some of those moves now. Show us some of those moves.
All right, Ozzy. So, are you ready? Yes, let's do this.
I walk every day. I dey pray every day. Happiness day, money day. Ozzy be superstar. Come on.
From Lagos to London. The people love the boy. The people love the boy. I'm watching the camera. I'm watching the camera. When they ask me why you bless me so, I just tell them my father loves me so. From Lagos to New York, the people love the boy, the people love the boy. I'm watching the camera, I'm watching the camera, I'm watching the camera, I'm watching the camera. I'm watching the camera.